getting the distinct privilege and honor to talk to charming demons out of somewhere in Kentucky. I'll let them introduce themselves to y'all. Why don't you say hi, fellas?
Hello.
What's up?
How you doing? I'm Justin Grimlow. I'm the lead singer. Here with me is Tony Inkstead. He plays rhythm guitar. Fills in for the bass whenever the bass isn't available. Now Black is our normal bass player. Jaden Smithy is our lead guitarist, and our drummer Anthony Medley.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedule, I'm sure, to take the time with me tonight. So I appreciate this.
That's no problem.
So, getting right to the chase, whereabouts in Kentucky y'all from?
Corbin, like, we live all over the place, but the Tri-County area, Corbin, Williamsburg.
Okay. I'm pretty familiar with your band stuff now that I've listened to it, and it's really good. I've got to say that. And I've got to thank Christy Stewart, which I think you guys know her.
Are you here for the
Yeah, Christy Stewart, the former DJ 90 Fox at the station, she said to check you guys out, so I wanted to do my due diligence, and yeah, she gave you guys a good thumbs up of endorsement.
Yeah, we love Christy.
Yeah, she's good people. She's really good people. My next question, tell me about the origin of the band's name. How did that come about?
Well, it was in the running with about 15, 20 others, and we kind of flipped the coin until it's sort of a round robin tournament until we finally settled on one. I'm actually the one that picked or that came up with that one. I liked it because it had a double entendre. You know, is it that we're demons who are charming, or are we charming demons? So,
Very clever band name. Very clever band name. When you guys aren't performing together and rocking people's ears out and you're not practicing, what do you guys do for fun?
I'm a real big gamer. That's my main hobby. I play video games like constantly.
What are some of your favorites?
My favorite video game of all time is Kingdom Hearts 2. And I actually have a sword.
Okay, but it did it into a tree in the mud. It might not be able to work, though.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts 2. I have a sword from the game tattooed on my arm. It's my favorite game of all time.
Very cool. Anybody else?
I pretty much play music all the time. It's fun and everything else. I play in a country band too. Playing all over the place.
So would it be a fair guess to say that you find inspiration in some country music from time to time?
Oh yeah, all the time. And you find any inspiration in any kind of music. I love it all.
Okay.
And the drummer here, I tattoo. That's my main occupation. And of course, it's one of my favorite things to do. Other than that, I'm spending time with the family.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm a big family man. I got a wife and 2 kids, and if I'm not playing music, I'm hanging out with them.
Okay. Would it be a fair guess to say that you guys' music, based on what I heard, sort of has a blue collar feel to it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, nobody in this band has money. We're all broke.
Yeah. You know, we really added a southern flair that we add into it, but I like to think it's fairly unique. I don't have a lot of people doing that. Not the way we do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Last question in this first segment. What sets you guys apart from other bands in your area?
The live show. Yeah, the live show, we definitely stand out in it. Guitarists and bassists and vocalists, they're all up and in the crowd and trying to get everybody involved into it. And then, we also stand out because not a lot of our local area and the local bands have clean vocals, and we kind of throw a loop through people whenever we play a live show with a bunch of metal bands, and then they hear us, and so we got clean vocals.
Okay.
And we're kind of on the line of rock and roll and metal.
So true Southern rock and a little bit of metal mixed in.
Yeah. Much.
Okay. Cool.
I think we've coined the term on it. Mountain metal is what
Mountain metal. Cool. I can get down with that. Like I was just about to ask to start the second segment. If you had to put yourselves in one genre, what would it be?
mountain metal.
But mountain metal. That's a very interesting perspective.
Yeah, we got to stick into the Appalachia too, so it don't hurt nothing.
Right. And if you're in the mountains playing metal, nobody's going to distract you or disturb you, for that matter, or tell you it's too loud.
No, that hasn't been a problem yet.
Okay. When you're not playing music and jamming together, what's your 9 to 5 like jobs? You want to talk about those a little bit?
I work at a place in Corbin called the Rookers. Been there for over 50 years. It's a big deal. It's one of the biggest restaurants in town. People come from all over to eat there.
I'm a drive-through cashier at Taco Bell. Everyone laughs.
Well,
At least I have a flexible schedule.
Yeah. And the drummer, I'm a tattoo artist, and I'm distinction tattooing really for the
Okay. What kind of things do you like to draw?
new school, old school, kind of a neo-traditional seems to be my drawing. But I like to tattoo the black and gray and bright color comic book style pieces.
He's done most of my work. All but like two or three of my tattoos were done by him.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's handy to have a tattoo artist in the family.
Yeah. We pay full price though.
Having a tattoo and artist in the band, I'm sure, saves some expenses if wanting work done.
And I'm just, I do temp work in factories.
Okay.
Whenever I can get.
Looking information.
Okay. Here's a good question, maybe. What would you say to those people that don't know your music but should know your music? Those people that aren't familiar with it, what would you say to sell them that they should be listening to your music?
It feels good. It sounds good. And it plays good. You should give it a listen.
Come to my band.
It's real. That's the most important thing. It's not overproduced. It's raw.
You said it right earlier, though.
That's that blue collar.
Blue collar. We play with these guys and we get up there and they're rocking thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and we're up there playing our hearts out on stuff that's held together with duct tape and giving them twice the shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the last question in this segment. When you're playing shows, how do you interact with the crowd, and how do they interact with you to continue the flow of energy, not just with the music, the lyrics, and everything, but how does the flow of the energy encompass the room when you guys are jamming?
we're all over the stage. We've got a couple of bits that we do in certain songs.
It doesn't stop at the stage either. Me and Tony over here get out on the floor and hang out with the crowd during the set too.
Yeah, man, we're all over the place.
Yeah, I absolutely lose my shit on stage. Like I go off, I'm stomping around and playing real heavy and real hard.
Slapping the bass.
Yeah, and then we got some little gimmicks as far as live performance. Whenever we'll ask certain questions, and then depending on the response is who gets to play solo that night, or coin flips and stuff, and it kind of gets them interested to see which one they're going to see get to do solo,
Mm-hmm.
and if they've been to shows and they get to see both of them, or, and they see that both of them can actually play, and I've got a little bit I do playing slide on the guitar with the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Drummer, he's active too, it helps get the energy up.
We always give away a free disc to the person that goes the hardest in the crowd.
Yeah, whoever rocks it out, man. If we ask a question, everybody sits there like out on logs, and there's one person that stands up and hollers the answer, or even attempts the answer, even if it's wrong, they get a CD.
Cool.
If they're out there, there ain't nobody out there with them, and that person walks away with something every show.
We played a gig at a place in Mount Sterling called Event 88. Tony asked the crowd who's here to party. One girl, only one.
Right.
Gave us a woo. There's only one. And instead, I looked at Tony. I'm like, she's the only one. And and then he pointed her out, and we gave her the free disc.
Very cool. So you definitely try to encourage participation with your audience, and sometimes it may not be what you expect, but you still reward that participation with your audience.
Oh, definitely.
If you reward it, that's more people that keep that one person getting rewarded, and it's a psychological game with them at that point that, hey, man, that guy got rewarded for doing this, let's all go do that. And at that point, we end up with a lot more crowd participation.
Yeah, I stand up in the middle of a song and I wave my arms around trying to, doing the up and down thing, trying to get them kind of doing something that way. They realize I'm into it back there, I'm not just sitting there.
Right.
I'm actually into it. So.
Yeah, I mean, man, we don't come up there to stand on stage and play our tunes. We came to have a good time, and we want the crowd to have a good time too.
We've actually had a band, not to be named, that have asked us if we could cool our live show down after they've seen us sound check.
Okay. I'm going to ask one more question in the segment, then we'll go to the third one. Okay, this is for the drummer. When if the guys throw you a curveball, like in the middle of a song and everything else, and then they just completely go a different direction, how do you respond to that curveball?
Staying on point. I don't change a thing. If I'm right in the middle of a certain riff on the drums and then they throw a completely different riff in there, I keep my same riff that I know. And then, I hope that whatever they throw goes with it, and if it don't, they change it back.
So it would be a fair guess to say that you improvise well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we improvise well on the go, but if it's something that's just completely out of character, like one of them trips and hits a weird, note or something like that, no, they just stay solid on the drums just to make sure that they come back and they know where to come back at.
Okay. Third segment starts now. Why don't you guys tell me a little about influential people in your music history, like individually and then collectively? Who would you say influence you guys and inspire you guys lyrically, musically, personally?
I started playing bass when I was 16, and the reason why is Korn is my favorite band of all time. I don't play like Fieldy from Korn, but he's the reason why I play with my fingers instead of a stick. And why I never really bothered playing with a stick, because that's how he played. But bigger influences on me are Rage Against the Machine and Mudvayne and Metallica. Cliff Burton, Tim Camerford. Ryan Martini, thank you. I can't believe I blanked on that. Those three in particular are the biggest influences on the way I play bass. And I'm also a real big Tool fan. Justin Chancellor. I love, like, he plays with a pick, but he's my favorite pick player by far. I like what he does with his pick. I try to emulate his tone as much as I can. I'm a big user of distortion, and yeah.
Okay. Next.
This is drummer. I draw a big influence from a wide variety, everything from, classic rock all the way into Blink-182. Travis Barker is one of my main influences. I try to fill up the set the way that he does, even though I play with a bigger kit. And then, I draw influences also from Tool and Mudvayne, and then a lot of more, not so average everyday listening music that most people don't know. I draw influences from it. Maybe I might hear something from Mumford and be like, I want to implement that somehow, because I listen to a wide variety of music. So, my fans are Nick Hurt and Joey Jordison and Travis Barker. That's the ones.
That's me, too. I'm kind of all over the place as far as music goes. I mean, as a guitarist, there's infinite things you can learn. I grew up real big on the 80s hair metal bands, and I love blues music, and lately I've been getting into country from doing these country shows around here. I currently am working on jazz and classical music, too. I also have aspirations to be a session musician on top of this band, so I'm all over the place.
Okay.
Most of my influences come from, I was a 90s kid. I grew up listening to, Puss and Godsmack, Metallica. I like to think that vocally, just the way that he applies the heat to his vocals, I take a lot of inspiration from James Hetfield. But yeah, it's like these guys, I'm all over the place. I listen to a little bit of everything. You never know what inspiration is going to come from.
Just listen to Burn. That's a country riff. That's hard.
Yeah, I'll say that the Burn has a really swampy vibe to it.
Okay. Along those lines, with the next question, if you could share the stage with some of your heroes, who specifically would you want to share the stage with?
Oh, Lord.
God, I want Dimebag on lead, Geddy Lee on bass, Sean Barham on drums, and, Wayne Staley on vocals, man. I'll play rhythm.
It's a super group.
That'd be a good combination out there.
I personally would love to, I would love to perform with, Chevelle, or, I would love to perform with Chevelle. I'd like to perform with Hughes.
Yeah.
I'd like to perform with Korn, obviously. I would also, Pie in the Sky, I'd love to perform with Touchknot, but I don't think that would ever happen. Not because, we would never get to that level, but that's, too far apart spectrum-wise. We'd never be playing the same gauge as Mojo with the White.
Yeah.
I'd love to tour with Megadeth.
That's far off the drummer, huh?
Death Pug would be great to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really digging their stuff lately.
Drummer again. I'd probably be down. If I shared the stage with someone like Hughes, I'm pretty sure I could die.
That'd be great.
If it was still being vocal and just playing with them, and then acknowledge our presence, yeah, that was I've seen them live a couple times. They put on a great show. They even got their heart tattooed on me. So, that's just safe to say. If I've played with the Hughes on Blink-182 on the same stage with them, I'd definitely die happy, man.
Anybody else want to answer this one?
All in on that one. All in on that.
Okay. My next question. If I were, this is one of my toughest questions. This is going to get you thinking a little. If I were a major label executive, What would you guys say to convince me to sign you to that big deal so you could get your big break?
We will play anywhere, anytime, with anybody. This is all we want, is to do this.
Yeah, we're dedicated, and we change styles. Learn new abilities. We do what's needed to represent ourselves professionally and performance-wise, and non-drug users, so that helps.
Come see us live.
Yeah, come see us live,
And back on the point of all of us being all over the place as far as musical influence, we've got something for everybody. I mean, I'm sure we've got a song that'll fit a country fan or a blues fan. There's something that everybody can like somewhere.
We are evolving. Every new song we write, we make sure that we are not putting out the same thing over and over and over again. We are always reaching, always looking for that new tone or that inflection that is going to elevate us to the next level. It's all about evolution.
It's very, very marketable.
Yeah, very marketable.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy that now his girlfriend told us that we're marketable.
Okay. Last question, and it's not really, it may be a little tough, but maybe not. When you're playing not your stuff, when you're playing covers, who are some of your favorite artists to cover and what songs are they?
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine.
It makes me super happy.
Which is really any of their songs is a great song to cover. It's just groovy. But yeah, it's got groove. It's got, I mean, you can feel the inspiration whenever you're playing them.
And the crowd loves it. That's the best part.
Crowd pleasers.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have never played Full Parade and not got people moving.
yeah.
And another thing, Dustin over here, our singer, is also a really, really good rapper, too. So it lets him kind of explore that side to him a little bit.
He just needs to fit a little bit.
Yeah. And then if it's not that, then really any old grooving classic song. And, we do Rocky Mountain Way.
That's actually the one I play with the microphone.
Yeah, that's a great song, because that pulls, somebody may bring their kids to a show or, their nephew or something like that, and they may not listen to rock or, really that type of metal that we play, and then all of a sudden they hear Rocky Mountain Way start, you know what I mean? We played the Hard Rock Cafe, and had little ladies out there trying to dance and stuff, like people that wouldn't have in a million years thought they had jam to our music. We play Rocky Mountain Way, and they stand up and they're interacting with us. And then they start paying attention to every other song after that. So yeah, Rage and Joe Walsh, great cover songs right there, for sure.
She put up with his shit for 15 years, and he would never quit, no matter all the tears that she cried. She died a little inside every time he touched her. Now it's time to burn a motherfucker, pour a trail of gasoline and let the show begin. And if she winds up in a cell, he'll never touch her again. Sit back and watch it burn. Sit back and watch it burn to the ground. Sit back and watch it burn. Just sit back and watch it burn. Sit back and watch it burn to the ground. She locked all the doors, there's no escape. Nobody would believe her about the